Hey guys, Charles Barber here, and I have another amazing deal for you members at Ritzfit. I feel so honored and blessed to be part of this platform because my whole life I've always kind of complained about, like, why don't people read labels and why don't people do this and why don't people do that, and wondering why so many people buy garbage health food products. But you guys get it. You look at the labels, you're very, very inquisitive. And that's something that I really honor because I'm the exact same way. And it's why I started the company. I never thought I'd be doing this, but this is my calling, and it makes sense to me why. So the salt that the deal we're gonna do is the salt, Icelandic sea salt, excuse that. And this Icelandic Flake Salt is something that I've been looking for a long time. Excuse my nails, I do play a classical guitar. I get that a lot in some videos. But this Icelandic Flake Salt, when I started looking at salt in general, some of the issues that I found with salt were there's heavy metals. There was other contaminants inside a lot of sea salts. And so I just really wasn't wanting to get behind that. Not as a product for the company. Now, I would take various sea salts, Celtic sea salts, Redmond sea salts, all the different grades of salt, even the Hawaiian sea salts. But when I started getting these things tested, the heavy metals were kind of high. I wasn't really happy with some of the other weird contaminants I didn't really understand. So I just stepped away. And a lot of people go, well, you have Himalayan rock salt in your breakfast blend. Why don't you just offer that? Well, even though Himalayan rock salt is a salt that is so pure and clean, it's a rock salt and not a sea salt. And so for me, I really want that product to stay in breakfast because it's a pure, clean salt. And it's dependable and consistent. And it's also got a great price behind it. Like, we can get metric tons of it at a very good deal. I've been sourcing it for over 10 years. So I have a really good relationship in Pakistan with that mine. So it's something that we put it in breakfast. But when it came to actually using salt and all the different facets that you can use it, from putting it into your water to help with hydration to seasoning your food, I wanted to look for something that was super dense in minerals. Like, what was the most nutrient-dense salt in the world? And it was Icelandic. It was Icelandic. And yes, Icelandic salt has more minerals in it than any salt in the world. And the beautiful thing about this that's under the label that a lot of people don't know is that this is a geothermal plantation that we source this from. And so it's completely off the grid. Not only that, there's one other beneath the label you need to know. This salt comes from Iceland. This is one of the purest places left in the world. So if we're going to get salt from anywhere in the world, I'm only going to get sea salt from Iceland. And if I'm going to get rock salt, I'll get Himalayan. But the rock salt isn't as dense as the Icelandic sea salt. Now this is a flake salt, so you definitely want to have a grinder for it. Someone like me, I distill my water. I didn't charge my water, but I add a little bit of this sea salt in there, and I actually have a grinder, and I get it down to a very fine amount. And that's something that I like to do every single day. I also love adding it to my food. If I'm making various cacao concoctions, like in breakfast concoctions, and I'm adding different other herbs, I always like to add a little bit more of the Icelandic sea salt as well. So just some tips there on how you can use this salt. Any of you guys that have ever tried our salt know that it's extremely salty. It's like, whoa, this stuff is powerful. And again, that goes right to the whole idea that this is the most nutrient-dense salt in the world, the cleanest salt in the world, and it's something that I am so honored to stand behind and so honored to also give to you guys. So enjoy this deal because it won't be up long. And if you guys have any questions, you know that I'm here. You know Mark's here. So ask away.